This week on LL Bean Guide to the Outdoors.
This is the land of the giants.
Dang, that is a good antelope. That antelope has got world caliber mass on him.
LL Bean started with one simple idea: build a comfortable boot that would keep his feet warm and dry. Well, necessity became the mother of invention, and the Maine hunting shoe was created. What followed was a legacy that would span a century. And little did he know that the boot he made for himself would still be made the same way 100 years later. LL Bean has grown to become the worldwide resource for all who love the outdoors. So join great-grandson of LL Bean, Bill Gorman, and discover your adventure with LL Bean's Guide to the Outdoors. This week on LL Bean Guide to the Outdoors, we take a journey into the heart of New Mexico, where some of the largest pronghorn antelope are found year after year. Bill Gorman has an affliction for hunting and conservation, and this holds true on his journey into the beautiful open country of Mora County, where he will learn and grow his understanding of proper game management for pronghorn antelope.
This week is the beginning of my hunting season, and I love it. I'm in New Mexico. This is a Buena Vista ranch, and it's incredible. Last year, you saw the show. We shot an 85 and an 1/8 inch antelope. This is the land of the giants. So I'm gonna hold out for a big one this year. We'll see what happens. But again, it's hunting, so you never know.
This season has been a fantastic season. We've had moisture like we haven't had in over 20 years. So we grew a lot of grass in this part of the world. So we managed to capitalize on that. And we're very proud of our antelope. We do have some exceptional bucks.
This particular private ranch that we're hunting is in Mora County, New Mexico. It's 77,000 contiguous acres, and the landowner and I have an agreement that we only harvest 10 bucks a year. We could harvest more bucks off of the property probably without doing a detriment to our population, but we're wanting to take literally world-class antelope.
This year, we're back hunting antelope. And if you saw last year's show, we shot a toad. And this year he's telling me we're gonna shoot something bigger. Between you and I don't think that's possible. But hunters never let me down, so I'm kind of anxious to get out there and see what we're gonna find.
Well, we're gonna kind of start off going on the far south end of the ranch, about 25 miles from here, and just start combing through these bucks and looking over some of the good quality animals, and hopefully we're gonna put a big one on the ground and top the big one that we got last year.
After last year's amazing hunt, Bill couldn't wait to get back down to Mora County. And just minutes into the hunt, it was apparent that this year would be no different.
They look nice, but his right side looks really strong, his left side looks soft.
He's real heavy, but he's a younger buck. He's decent, but we got this pasture right in here is about 35,000 acres.
Is that all?
And I mean, this pasture literally goes all the way to those mountains over here.
Oh, really?
There's so many good quality bucks in here, but you just gotta pick through them and cover lots of country. And
Well, it's good like you said last year. You know, you only take what?
well, the ranch is 77,000 acres, and we get 36 buck tags on it, and we only shoot 10.
Wow.
10 is all we kill. What we're looking for with each individual client, and as well as Bill's, we just want them to get a buck that they're happy with, but we also want something that's going to be a high scoring animal as well. But it's kind of until you get in the field and see one of these bucks, you know, something that trips your trigger. But you know, we want to just get Bill a good solid antelope, hopefully something in that, you know, 82 to 85 inch class. He's like probably a 3-year-old antelope, a little over 14 inches. Give him another 2 years and he'll be a good one.
3 years old, you said?
Probably.
Low 70s?
It's a 14 and a quarter. I mean, it's a nice buck, but we have so many young and up and comer bucks that are 70 to 75 inches. I mean, we'll probably see 40, 50 bucks a day like that, but you know.
And the good thing is you see something like that mid 70s that young, they're just gonna grow bigger next year. And that's how you get big antelope. Well, you don't shoot the little guys.
Well, the genetics on this ranch and just in this general consensus right in here is just incredible. I mean, there's so many good antelope. It's just a matter of sifting through them and looking for something in that, you know, 80 to 85 inch class, what we're looking for, or better.
90,
you know?
yeah. All right, let's go. Last year, I saw a lot of bucks, and we saw so many big bucks the first day. This year, I know we're gonna see a lot of big antelope. I'm not sure what we're gonna end up shooting, but you know, you have to get semi-prepared, hold yourself in check, and make sure you hold out for the big one you're looking for.
LL Bean Guide to the Outdoors is brought to you by LL Bean, trusted, innovative, authentic guide to the outdoors. Advanced insulation technology for hunting gear. Primaloft, proven warm even when wet. Mossy Oak, it's not a passion, it's an obsession. Lead Lenser, see everything, do anything. Thermacell heated products, focus on the thrill, not the chill. And Swarovski Optic. This segment is brought to you by LL Bean, trusted, innovative, authentic guide to the outdoors.
The ranch starts at about 6,300 feet, and here where we're at about 7,500 feet. It's big country. You know, our ranch here is got 4 rivers that run through it, so we have a lot of water. We have places that have little rolling hills and a lot of draws. So, you know, we have bucks that we know are big, and yet they get away from us.
A lot of people are gonna watch the show and they're gonna hear 10 buck tags out of 77,000 acres. He's allowed 34 tags. Why doesn't he shoot all 34 bucks? And you know, that's a great question. There are plenty of animals here. So sure, he could go ahead and shoot them all, but what does that leave for next year? So if you want to have a future that's sustainable and have a lot of bucks and a lot of healthy animals, you have to manage it right. And that's what Mr. Abel does here. So we're seeing a few bucks already. They're younger ones, not stuff that we're gonna go after, but it's a really good sign when you see that. So what we're doing right now is we're picking a spot on the side of the hill. We're gonna just sit down, glass for a while, and just see what comes in. You can drive around the whole ranch, but driving, you still tend to miss things where there's so many nooks and crannies here with the valleys. So we're gonna sit down, spend some time, and see if we can spot a quality antelope.
Well, we've got a really good vantage point right here. I mean, we can see about, you know, probably close to 10,000 acres in this big basin. There's just really not any roads or anything to access this pasture, so we're gonna sit up here and glass for 20, 30 minutes and see if we can't pick up a big buck in here.
Oh, here's one right here. 360 yards. Oh, look at that. There's your side view.
That is a good antelope.
His prongs are good. What do you think he's got for?
No, that's a really nice buck, Bill. He's 15 inches, but his horns, instead of the hook coming inwards towards the center of his head, they go backward. Right back. Looking at that buck, he will deceive you because head on, he only looks like he's about 13 inches.
Yep.
But when he turns sideways, he's got a lot of hook on him. He's got great mass and nice prongs. I'd put that buck around, he's around 81, 82 inches.
Okay. If he had the mass, I mean,
He's heavy.
he's a book animal. Well, I bet he's close to book.
I think he'll gross 82 around, you know, B and C minimum, but he'll probably net a little under that, but he's a really, really nice antelope.
The fun thing about this year is I think I mentally have prepared myself. So the first morning out, we're seeing some toads. I mean, these guys are all over the place. And it's funny when Hunter looks at me and says, look, that's only an 80 inch, that's an 81 inch. Any place in the free world, you would shoot one of these bucks. Not here. But you're still a little kid in the candy store, and I can't help but thinking, we're passing on that and we're passing on this. This is incredible.
To learn more about your guide to the outdoors, check out our lander page at llbean.com/GTO. This segment is brought to you by Thermacell Heat Packs. With a lightweight design, 3 settings, and a 6-hour charge, you can beat the elements with comfort you can control. Bill had an amazing first day down in New Mexico, passing on multiple bucks that would have been shooters anywhere else. But in Mora County, Bill knows to hold out, and he hopes he won't have to for much longer.
Oh my Lord, take this slow. Lay me at the bottom of the river. The devil has come to carry me home. Lay me at the bottom of the river.
Yesterday we saw a lot of antelope. We probably saw 50 to 60 different bucks. Nothing really that we wanted. I mean, they were good antelope, and some of them were Boone and Crockett. Today, I'm looking forward to something new. We'll see what happens. I think this is one of those spots where Hunt is trying to tease me. I mean, we're just on the road 5-10 minutes, and there's already 35 antelope over here. We're gonna stop, take a quick peek, see if the buck is big enough to go after.
Yep, there's 34 does and fawns in there, and he's the only buck, so he's got him a nice harem right there. The rut ought to be kicking off here in about the next 10 to 14 days. These bucks are gonna start getting in with these does here pretty quick. He's a nice buck, but I think we can do better. Let's get up on top on this north end up here up on this mesa, and we've been seeing a lot of good quality animals up there, and let's go take a look up there and see what we can see.
Cool.
All right, let's jump in.
On their way over to the mesa, Hunter spotted a nice buck that he wanted to stop and take a closer look at.
He's a really solid buck. He's kind of got everything we're looking for, but he's just a little shy on the mouth. I'm gonna put him right around, 80 and a half inches. He's 15 and a half, 15 3/4. Probably got a little over 5-inch prongs, but he's just not what I thought he was, sorry. It's early in the hunt, and we're seeing lots of good bucks. I mean, we hadn't even seen a 15th to the ranch and already seen 30, 40 bucks.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
For trailers, behind-the-scenes photos, and everything the GTO crew is up to, check us out at facebook.com/guide to the outdoors. For more information on desert safaris, give them a call or check them out on the web. LL Bean Guide to the Outdoors is brought to you by LL Bean, trusted, innovative, authentic guide to the outdoors. Advanced insulation technology for hunting gear. Primaloft, proven warm even when wet. Mossy Oak, it's not a passion, it's an obsession. Lead Lenser, see everything, do anything. Thermacell Heated Products, focus on the thrill, not the chill. And Swarovski Optic. This segment is brought to you by Thermacell Heated Insoles. Lightweight, comfortable, versatile. With wireless remote or Bluetooth connectivity, they are just what you need to fight back the cold without breaking a sweat. A 140 miles northeast of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Bill Gorman is in the middle of a trophy-class pronghorn antelope hunt. After seeing several bucks that would be shooters anywhere else, Bill's had to use a lot of self-control in order to hold out in the name of conservation.
You're cruising along, you're seeing so many quality animals. And I know it's conservation, but it doesn't make handling that adrenaline rush any easier.
You know, when we find the right buck, we're gonna know, and then hopefully we'll have the opportunity to take that buck.
There's one right here to your left too.
On the Bill's afternoon of the second day of his hunt, you know, we had located a buck out in an alfalfa pivot.
But he's well over 1,000 yards right now.
Oh yeah. If he'll just turn his head one way or the other, I just can't give you a confirmation on the prongs. I put the scope on him. We were getting, you know, pretty heavy distortion of heat waves through the spotting scope. I really couldn't tell what the buck was.
Oh, let's try to get close.
Let's do, we'll go down, we'll drive down this fence row and come through this gap, and we'll come up around these cottonwoods.
Okay, let's get on him now while we can. I'd have to take your opinion, because the view I'm getting, he doesn't look that spectacular.
The buck is so massive that it made his horns actually look deceiving, that the length didn't look as good as what we were looking for. He's got mega character, because the one horn comes out kind of off at a 45 off the front, and the other one kind of comes out really, I mean, it's kind of drooped down versus the other one.
And Hunter is trying to reassure me that. He says, Bill, this buck is so massive all the way up, like last year, that he looks shorter. He is nonstop telling me this buck is a toad.
After a little reassurance from Hunter, Bill decides to make a move and take a closer look at this buck. He wants to be certain that this is the one.
That antelope has got world caliber mass on him. I mean, it's like incredible. He's gonna have, I'm thinking they're 7 1/4, 7 1/2 mass measurements in the first one and the second one.
There's no place to stalk this animal other than trying to weave in and out of this water pivot.
Phil, let's get right up to this little tuft of grass out here and range him. Just take your time. We got all the time in the world, honey.
What do we get for yardage?
181.
You ready?
Yep. Building. Stay on him. If you can shoot him again, shoot him again.
What do you get for yardage?
He's 233 right now. Hit him again. That did it.
Oh my God.
Good shot. Good job,
I am
man.
totally blown away. I mean, the mass on him.
They look like fence posts coming out of his head.
Let's go see if he's got any wire on him.
Let's go. Well, Bill, this is a unbelievably unique pronghorn. The mass halfway up his horns is going to be probably close to 8 inches right in here.
kidding
I
me?
mean, it's unbelievable. It's
Well, like I've been saying, it's just, from here, he looks short. But then when you start actually putting fingers to him, he's a lot longer. Where he's got all that mass, he's got the length and he's got, good prongs that, again, they just drill up.
Well, when they're this heavy like this, it actually takes away from the length that makes them appear shorter than they are. But I mean, it's incredible. I mean, it's just, the mass is unbelievable on him. And I mean, I think this buck's gonna be in that, 80, 84 inch plus range.
Really? That's
I think
awesome.
when we get him back to the camp and start running a tape on him. But he's very unique. It's one of the most unique bucks we've shot all season, bar none.
Really? I can't thank you enough. This guy is just fantastic. Overall looks, I mean, he's just good looking.
Super big mass, big prongs, just a beautiful old buck past his prime. And I was ecstatic, and I feel Bill felt the same way as well.
What I thought was maybe a 13-inch length was 14.5-inch length. What I thought was maybe a 6-inch mass was over 7.5-inch mass. All the way up, this animal had it. By the end of the scoring, he was 85 4/8. I'm happy either way. Underbook, overbook, it's a beautiful antelope.
How's your relationship with Hunter?
It's rocky. Hey, look, I'll get an egg. Oh, Mr. Antelope. Had a fantastic hunt this morning, saw a lot of good elk, antelope.